In our previous class, we learnt about tenses and how tense along with verb works together. And we also learnt that time plus work or verb is equal to tense. In our previous lecture, we also learnt about the three parts of tense, that is present, past and future, and also subparts of each tense. Okay, present we worked with its four subparts, with past four subparts and future four subparts. And what are the subparts? Indefinite, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. Today we'll be taking up present tense and we will look into various subparts of present tense. What present tense is? Present tense is basically that part of tense where we are talking about action which is being done at the present time. वो action जो हम at present time में कर रहे हैं वो present tense depict करता है. Now let's see the very first form, that is present indefinite. Indefinite वर्ड ही ये बताता है कि यहाँ कोई श्योरिटी नहीं है कि काम खत्म हो चुका है या फिर काम प्रोग्रेस में है. तो यानी प्रेजेंट टाइम में अगर कोई काम से किसी वर्क या एक्शन के कंप्लीशन या इन प्रोग्रेस में होने का कोई कंफर्म आइडिया नहीं लगता है तो दैट कम्स अंडर द कैटेगरी ऑफ प्रेजेंट इंडेफिनिट. लेट्स look into the definition of it. Those words or sentences come where we do not know whether our work is done, complete or in progress. वो words या sentences जिनसे हमें exactly work के complete होने का या उसके progress में होने का पता नहीं चलता है, where there is a situation and condition of being indefinite, that is known as present indefinite. Let's look at the examples. For example, when I say Mohan plays football, okay, when I say Mohan plays football, this means that Mohan, he is playing football, he plays football, but the verb plays does not tell us whether the action is complete or is still in progress. Let's take up the second example. I read books. The verb read does not tell us whether the action or the work of read is done or it's still in progress. So from these two verbs, plays and read, it does not give us any idea whether the action is complete or in progress. So this is known as present indefinite. Now let's look at the formula. It goes present indefinite tense we use. What is the formula for it? Subject plus verb first form plus object. So, but there is an exception also. Okay, generally we use this subject plus verb first form plus object, but there is an exception. Where is the exception? The exception is that if the subject is third person singular number. What is third person singular number? He, she, it, or any person's noun in singular number. Okay, then what we use? We use subject plus fifth form of verb plus object. Now let's see what is the fifth form of verb. Fifth form of verb is subject plus verb, which is at the end of that verb we add s or es, okay, plus the object. Let's take up an example. Example goes, in this suppose I say I read books. Present indefinite. Simple sentence. You eat burger. Present indefinite. Simple sentence. You study history. Same. Simple sentence. But when I say he helps me, help is at the end of help, s is added. Okay, and just see, he is being used. Another example take. Sita cooks food. With cook, we have added s. So here the pronoun or noun we are using, or the subject which is being used here is he, and the another subject is being used here is Sita. So here both he and Sita is third person singular number, is verb third form, and it's a singular number. Let's take one more example where we will talk of another some a very different rule. When I say they speak the truth, okay, they speak the truth. Here with this subject they, I have not used s or es form. Why? Because here they is third person. It is they is a third person, but it is in plural form. And with third person plural, we do not use s. Okay, verb is used individually. We do, as it is, we don't use s or es form. Here verb is singular number, speak with without s, because they is a plural form. Okay, now let's move forward. In present indefinite, we use first form of verb. Children, let's recapitulate what are the various verb forms. Verb has three forms basically: V1, V2 and V3. These are the three forms which is regularly used. Here V4 and V5 are exceptionals. Sometime when we use it in showing the tense, the forms. In some tense forms we use V fourth form and V5 fifth form. Now let's take an example of each V1, V2, V3 and how we take the verb here in each tense. V1 verb first form eat, second which is past, ate, future, eaten participle. Then read, read, read. Children, here read, we pronounce its spelling here in three, it is same, but in pronunciation there is a variation. In the first form we say read, past read, and then read. Play, played, played. Now let's see what verb fourth form is. We use fourth form of verb by adding ing to the verb. Okay, and this v plus ing forms the continuing part of tense. V5, as I have spoken, verb plus e plus es, which we use when we are using singular form of third person, singular form of verb. Okay, now let us take the persons. How many persons are there? Okay, first form, first person, second person and third person. Okay, singular number and plural numbers or plurals. Okay, so in first person what comes singular? I, plural we. Second person you, similar. Third person he, she, it, or any singular noun. Okay, third person plural is they or any other plural noun. So I have taken the verb forms and the persons also, so that you may easily correlate these forms and the formulas which is being used in the tense forms. Now let's move further. If, in fact, children, there is a very easy way to learn and keep it in mind the three persons, which goes like this. I have got here smileys. First, one smiley shows first I will come, okay, okay, then you will come, okay. Here, this is first person, okay, he is speaking to the second, so this becomes the you. Then what's happening? Then she will come, okay. So I, you, she, third person. First person, I will come, you will come, second person, and she will come becomes the third person. So isn't it easy? Okay, let's move further. It is present continuous form of tense. Now let's see what it's speaking. Continuous. Continuous means something which is going on. So in present time, the work is going on. Let's see what it speaks. This form of tense helps in understanding or determining that certain piece of work is either going on or it shows the continuance of work in present times. It means that it shows this form of verb, it shows that a certain piece of work is either going on at the present time or it shows the continuance of any work. Let's see how we work with the formulae. It speaks subject plus helping verbs is, am, are plus verb. With verb we add ing plus the object. Children, verb plus verb along with ing form is always used to indicate something which is in continuous process, okay, which is in the process of continuation, okay. So is it clear now? Subject plus helping verbs is, am, are according to the persons, singular, plural, first person, second person, third person, plus verb ing plus object. Now let's take. With I we use am, he, she, it or any singular third person singular with are. Now examples take. I am reading books. Here I. So with I am helping verb comes. Read is read plus ing form. Okay, books. So reading shows that the action of reading books is in process. So it is I am reading books. We are playing football. Here playing shows that the action of playing is going on. You are eating fruits. It means that action of eating is going on. We are studying English. It means the action of studying is going on. He is helping me. Okay, so he is helping me. Here the verb form helping act shows that the verb help or the action of help is being in continuation. Anu is cooking food. It means that the action of cooking is in progress. Okay, now let's see the third part of it, or the third form of present tense, that is present perfect. The very word present perfect indicates that in present time the work is being done and dusted. So it shows, this tense shows the completion of any work or action in present time. Okay, at in present time the work is done. Let's see how the formula is going. Subject plus has or have plus third form of verb plus object. Children, always remember that whenever we use a past form or a perfect form, we always use the verb, the third form of verb, because it shows those verbs or those actions which is being done, which is complete. Okay, so here what we'll do, we'll use subject plus helping verbs has, have plus verb third form plus object. Third form always used in perfect or in past. Here we always use third form of verb to show the completion of work, as I already mentioned. So I have read the books. It means the work of reading is being done. We have played football. The work of playing football is done. You have eaten fruits. The work of eating is being complete. You have studied English. Your action of studying is done. At present time, you have done your work of studying. Now, he has helped me. So, the action or the work of help is being done. Geeta has cooked food. So, Geeta has completed her work in present time. Has and have speaks about it. Has and have, we use it in present form. Okay. Later on, after completion of these tenses, I will talk about particularly where we use have and has with which person. Okay. Generally, because here I am telling you that have and has is being used in the present form. Okay. But in particular, with which person we use have and has, I will deal after your tense chapter. Okay, now let's take up the fourth subform of present tense, that is present perfect continuous. The very word present perfect continuous shows that any work of action in present times, it has started at a particular fixed time and the work is in its progress. Okay, let's take the definition. This tense form tells us that any work or action started at any fixed time and is continuing. Particular fixed time or period is you are aware of it, but the work or action started at that fixed time. ठीक है, एक फिक्स टाइम पे वो वर्क और एक्शन स्टार्ट हुआ, but the work or action is not complete. It's still going on. Okay, fine. So let's take the formula of it, how it is moving. Subject plus has, have plus been plus verb ing. Been, okay. Been, have been, has been. You have to add to show that perfect form. Okay, perfect form. Plus verb ing plus object plus since or for plus the time. Okay, so subject has have के साथ been plus verb के साथ ing form plus object plus आपका since या for जो कि time period indicate करता है and also the time. Let's take up an example to make this formula more clear. Okay, so before that, let us take up this point where to use since and for. Okay, since and for, this is used in the perfect continuous form. This have been, had been, has been form plus ing plus since and for is used always in perfect continuous form. Since is used when we are talking of a particular point of time. Okay, suppose I say since 4 o'clock, a point of time is being given. Since morning, since January, ठीक है, a point of time is given. Where to use for? Time period is given. Okay, here time period is mentioned, that for an hour, for 2 days, for 3 days. Here we use for, since we use when a point of time is being given. No specific time period is given. It's since 4 o'clock. Okay, so it's not mentioned that for past 2 hours or 3 hours this person is playing, or since morning it has not been mentioned that for an hour, 2 hour, like this. It's just an open time period. Okay, so since is used for a particular time period where time period is being mentioned. Again, now take up an example. When I say I have been reading books for an hour, I, your subject, have been, read plus ing, books, your object, for an hour. Okay, so this sentence shows that I have been reading books for an hour. It means that the work of reading has started at a particular time and it's still in the progress. That I have been reading books for an hour. That from past 1 hour I have been reading a book. Let's take an up example. We have been playing football since morning. Okay, so here what's happening? No particular time period is given. Okay, a huge span is being given, a point of time is being given, so we are using here since. And we have been playing football since morning. Okay, you started playing football at a particular time, at a fixed time in the morning, and still the work is in progress. Let's take up the third example. When I say you have been eating fruits for half an hour, so here the action of eating fruits started at a fixed time period, that is an hour before, and it's still in progress. A time period, particular time period is given, so I have used here for. Let's take up another example. When I say you have been studying English for 3 years, it means that the work started sometime 3 years ago and it's still going on. Okay, a particular time period is being mentioned, so I have used here for. So children, subject plus have has been plus verb plus ing for or since according to the statement and the time period. So this is present perfect continuous. Okay, children, this was all about the present tense, where we learnt about what present tense is, what present indefinite is, what formula is being used there, what is present continuous, what formula is used there. We learned what present perfect is, formula, plus present perfect continuous and its formula. Okay, children, in my next class we will deal with past tense and its various sub various sub frames. Okay.